गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां. So, after having dissected ourselves from the body, meaning body, breath, mind, intellect, who is this who is left behind if I am not the changing body, if I am not the changing breath, if I am not the changing my thoughts, if I am not the changing concepts, ideas, then who am I? I am Vishuddha Kevalam Jnanam Nirvishesham Niranjanam Yadekam Paramanandam Tattvamasya Dvayam Param. That I am. So, all the time, remember this verse again and again. This is your reality. This is your truth. This is your nature. I am a father, I am a mother, I am a sister, I am a man, I am a woman, I am a healthy, I am unhealthy, I can, I cannot. All this is, throw it out of your vocabulary. अगर कोई बोलता है तू नहीं कर सकता, विशुद्धम केवलम ज्ञानम, तेरी असम की तैसी. I am everything. मैं कुछ, why not? Why can't I do anything? See? So yes, we must be aware of the obstacles, but we must not undermine our potential that we are everything. So obstacle is only a thought in your mind, that's all. Coming to the 23rd verse, 22nd verse. शब्दस्याद्यन्तयो सिद्धम् शब्दस्याद्यन्तयो सिद्धम् मनसोऽपि तथैव च मनसोऽपि तथैव च मध्ये साक्षितया नित्यम् मध्ये साक्षितया नित्यम् तदेव त्वं भ्रमं जहि तदेव त्वं भ्रमं जहि शब्दस्याद्यन्तयो सिद्धम् मनसोऽपि तथैव च मध्ये साक्षितया नित्यम् तदेव त्वं भ्रमं जहि. This meter is called Anushtup Chanda. Gita is also in this meter only. That which is that, so this I have been saying it every now and then, here it is coming. That which was before the creation of the world and remains after the dissolution of the world, that which remains as the witness, Sakshi, during the existence of the world, that ever-present self alone are you. So, this idea that I was not before I was born and I will not be there after I am dead. No, you were there before the creation, you were there after the creation, and you are the witness of the creation. Why it is told you are the witness of the creation? Because what is your definition of creation? You are only, majority of the people, majority of the people are living only 1/3 of their life. How can you say that? Because your creation is waking plus dream plus sleep. You are living only waking. बाकी तो उनको equation में लेगा. So everything in the waking you have taken real. What about taking the dream people and the dream wife and the dream children also real? That very conveniently you discard. And if you are discarding that, either you accept everyone in the dream also real, or you accept everyone in the waking also as false, an imagination. If you say dream is only a imagination of the mind, and it's not worthy to go back to it because no dream can repeat itself. Same thing happens with the waking also. So या तो ये वाला रूल उधर अप्लाई करो, or that rule of the dream which you have for yourself, you must apply for the waking. Then it will become a complete experience of the creation. But we live only 1/3. 1/3. So that is only, उसको जो ऐसे जीता है उसको क्या बोलते हैं, इनकम्प्लीट लिविंग. सो हु आर यू नाउ, रिकॉग्नाइज. अब ये इसमें से निकलना है, वी हैव टू गेट आउट ऑफ इट. सो हु आर वी वर देयर बिफोर. So when before the waking experience of today began, I was there. Right now also I am there. After this is over, I will still be there. Then before the dream I was there. When the dream is there, I am there. After the dream also I am there. Before the sleep I am there. During the sleep I am there. After the sleep I am still continuing. But in the waking, the waker comes. In the dream, the dreamer comes. In the sleep, the sleeper comes. But who am I? In the waking, I am the witness of the waking, because every experience in the waking is coming and going. It is not touching me. When you get identified with the experience that is coming and going, you become happy or sorrowful or desirous for something or not desirous, etc., etc. So you are that which existed before, during and after the existence of the word. World begins with the word. This we saw in the meditation when we are doing the Om, the last meditation on the mind. You are there before the Om begins, you are there during the Om, and you are there after the Om. Recognize this. And Om is the source of the creation. So that means you are the source. You are even your vibhuti, if I may say. Not you as an individual, not you as an ego. The vibhuti of the Atma, which is not other than the Paramatma, is Om. That is its word. You are in the sound, in its absence, and you are also beyond the two. So without you, the sound cannot appear. When the sound is not there, you are still there. Remember, we are doing conscious silence. And you also know that you are other than or the witness of both the presence and the absence of the sound. Correct? These were the three options that I gave you in the meditation. First was observing. First, that you are other than the presence and the absence of Om. Second, you are before the Om, during the Om, and after the Om. And the third was, if you can't understand these two, the third option was, put your attention at the beginning of the Om, and you'll fall into where these two positions were given. That is the witnessing. The absolute conscious reality illuminates both the presence and the absence of mind, as in waking, dream, as well as deep sleep. The presence or absence of mind makes no difference to the absolute reality. So, you have one mind. You as a jiva have one mind. That mind is divided into sattva, rajas, tamas mind. Tamas mind is called deep sleep mind. Rajas mind is called as the dream mind, and sattvic mind is called as the waking mind. Therefore, sadhana should be done only in the waking. So one mind, just like one person, as if appearing as father, husband and son. Similarly, one mind as if appearing as waking, dream and deep sleep. But it is one mind. Only one mind. The presence or absence of the mind makes no difference to the absolute reality. So, whether waking, dream, deep sleep comes or goes, the witnessing consciousness remains the same. That's why when you wake up in the morning, you say, I had a wonderful sleep, or I had a disturbed sleep. I made this point before. The waker has got no entry into deep sleep. Then who made the statement? Who made the statement? It was the witness. It was the witness. So there was someone who was watching these three coming and going. Absolute reality is Sakshi, witness of all. That is enfolding and unfolding. It is not inert, it is conscious. This Sakshi, this eternal witness of waking, dream, and deep sleep, he is of the nature of consciousness. The mind, this is called enfolding, and this is called unfolding. So when you go into sleep, the mind enfolds, becomes unmanifest. When you wake up or dream, mind unfolds, it becomes manifest. This process of involvement and withdrawal, this flux is continuously going on. But the Sakshi ever remains undisturbed. He ever remains awake. He is ever alert. Don't fall down from that position. Therefore, give up the wrong notion that you are the dreamer, waker, and sleeper, etc. Or add one more to it, meditator also. So you are neither the waker, nor the dreamer, nor the sleeper, nor the meditator. Then who are you? I am the Sakshi, I am the witnessing consciousness, unaffected by the waking coming and going, dream coming and going, sleep coming and going, or meditation coming and going. I ever remain the same. You are the conscious bliss. Conscious existence is your nature, is your essential nature. Grab it, be it, rather than live only 1/3 of your life as a waker. Continuing, Sthula Vairajya Yoraikyam. Sthula Vairajya Yoraikyam. Sukshma Hairanya Garbhayoho. Sukshma Hairanya Garbhayoho. Ajnanamaya Yoraikyam. Ajnanamaya Yoraikyam. Pratyak Vijnana Purnayoho. Pratyak Vijnana Purnayoho. Sthula Vairajya Yoraikyam. Sukshma Hairanya Garbhayoho. Ajnanamaya Yoraikyam. Pratyak Vijnana Purnayoho. Know the identity between the individual gross body and the total gross body, the individual subtle body and the total subtle body, the individual ignorance and the total ignorance, known as Maya, and the individual self and the absolute self. Now this, if we say that, as I mentioned earlier, if I am the effect, I was born from, who was my cause? My parents were the cause. If this whole creation is born, who is the cause? Who are the parents? Ishwar and Prakriti, isn't it? At the total level. So here, now you have to understand that this Prakriti, this whole creation, first we said it was waking, dream, deep sleep and meditation. Now we are explaining the creation in a different manner. It is individual creation and total creation. Individual wave and total. There is water in the individual wave and there is water in the total ocean. So now we are looking at micro and macro. So this is where our attention should be now. Micro and macro. So if there is a micro body, there has to be a macro body. जिसको हम भगवान बोलते हैं, सगुण साकार. If there is a macro mind, which is or we say the dream state, the subtle body, then there has to be a total mind. That total mind we called as Hiranyagarbha or Hiranyagarbha. Another name for Hiranyagarbha is Brahmaji. And what is Brahmaji? Brahmaji is he in whom all the past, present and future jivas are present, existing in their unmanifest state. Unmanifest state. And third is, then we look at our mind. So if there is an individual mind, there must be a total mind. Just like there is an individual room space, hotel space, there must be a total space. It is there. Your attention is on the conditioning. So individual mind and total mind. Total mind is called as Maya. Individual mind is called as ignorance. Don't be too attached to your mind. It is born out of ignorance, existing in ignorance. It is not there. Only consciousness is there. Don't forget what is there. And then, if there is an individual Purusha, there has to be a total Purusha also. That total Purusha, is called as the Ishvara. Another way of putting it is, in the Jagrat, the consciousness expressing through Jagrat Avastha. These are technical terms. I'll just share it. The consciousness expressing through the waking state is called as Vishwa. The consciousness expressing as the total waking state, that will be the total body, physical body, total body, is called as Vaishwanara. That Vaishwanara you see as the Narayana Bhagavan with Sahasra Shirsha, Purusha, Sahasrakshasa. You know that form that you see? That is the Vaishwanara. Then consciousness expressing through dream state is called as Taijasa. The consciousness expressing through total dream state is called as Hiranyagarbha or Brahmaji. Consciousness expressing through deep sleep state is called as Prajna. And consciousness expressing through total deep sleep state, what will be total deep sleep state? That will be the Maya, which has not become Trigunatmika yet. Meaning, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh have not been born yet. So, whose mind is that Maya? It is Ishvara's mind, Ishvara's Shakti. So, this is the parallel, and that is what is told here. And here it says, so, and this differentiation of micro and macro is only on account of the conditionings. Here the body is small, the universe is big. So I'll give you one example of how Brahmaji's mind must be functioning. हम कैसे एक्सपीरियंस कर सकते हैं? Now think, in the dream, the space, air, fire, water, earth, water, mountains, trees, past, present, future, day, night, birth, growth, disease, decay, death, all the births that are taking place in the dream, all the people that are there, all the life that is expressing through all the people in the dream, all the death that is taking place, all the growth that is taking place, all the thoughts that are taking place in every being, in the dream. Where are they? In your mind, isn't it? The day you realize that about the waking world, पहुंच गए ईश्वर तक. All are in me. My mind alone become the five elements. My mind has alone become the time. My mind has alone become all the names and forms in the dream. My mind has alone become the life in every form in the dream. क्या मजा आ जाएगा? फिर कैसे? Then how will you live? When you live in the dream, you live fully. You are with the whatever is happening, you are there with whatever is happening. But the moment you wake up, what do you tell the dream? No value given to the dream, isn't it? No value given to the dream. Exactly same way Mahatmas live with this life, waking life. They are 100% with everyone, but the moment someone goes away, zero. The moment this waking experience goes away, zero. You ask them about yesterday, which yesterday? No yesterday. Because he is living in present. इसीलिए या तो तुम उसको पागल बोलोगे, हाँ? तो जितने अवधूत थे पहले, उन जो अवधूत होते हैं, even in Pune, I had met one अवधूत. You have to take him Charminar cigarette. He was outside the railway station of Pune station. Many people, they used to, पागल गंदगी में पड़ा हुआ है. Someone told us and we went. तो उसको सिगरेट लेके जाना है. So we took the cigarette to him. And he will not speak, he will avoid you, he will do. And then the moment he became aware that someone is standing in front of him, and he became available to you, so much love he gave, so much knowledge he gave for the cost of one cigarette. पर जब तक पता नहीं है तब तक पता नहीं है. जब पता है तो फिर वो वहां से भाग जाते हैं, क्योंकि then lot of people start coming and disturbing them. As he in Tiruvannamalai, you must have heard. Yogi Ram Surat Kumar. He was also like that. He also loved Charminar cigarette. Now there is such a huge ashram where one of the heroes, Tamil heroes, कौन है वो? Rajnikant. He built that ashram. But for so many years, he was from North India. But he was moving incognito. People used to think he is mad fellow. But when they discovered, towards the later stage of his life, some person thought that he is not mad, he must be a great Mahatma. And he said, no, you, please bless us, you please bless us. And he blessed. And whatever, I can't remember the story, I think उनको जो चाहिए था वो मिल गया. बच्चा चाहिए था शायद. She was not able to conceive for many years, and it is unheard of in late 40s, early 50s of conceiving a child, and she did, and the word spread, and then people started coming. फिर वो भाग गए. फिर बाद में people brought him back and built him the ashram. हाँ, you met him? Yeah, good, blessed. Therefore, give up the Therefore, give up the wrong notion that you are the dreamer, waker, etc. You are the conscious bliss. Conscious existence is your true nature. Continuing in the 23rd verse, Sthula Vairajya Yoraikyam. ये हमने कर लिया ना, पढ़ लिया. हाँ, ये पढ़ लिया. Okay. 24. So this knowledge is used in sadhana if you look at life as a phenomena. So what is waking, dream, deep sleep and meditation? Only a phenomena. It is not reality, my friends. You are the reality. मुझे साधना करनी है, मुझे ये नहीं खाना है, मुझे एकादशी करनी है, मेरे को ये करना है, मेरे को करना चाहिए. एटलीस्ट थोड़ा तो डिसिप्लिन फॉलो कर रहे हो लाइफ में. बट टू make that most important and forgetting that you are the source, that you are the essential consciousness, then you are committing suicide every moment. Who can help you? Nobody can help. Recognize. We must Sanatan life is not just knowing and not living. You have to put that into action. And Sanatan life is that putting it into action. Remembering that you are the self in and through every action. And what actions you must perform, you must not decide. Who will decide? Either the Guru will decide, or the Bhagwan will decide, or the Shastras will decide. So you decide that, and according to that, then those actions come out of you. He must be doing all pujas. He's involved in pujas. He goes to different houses to puja. That is the action he's doing. It is karma yoga. I am doing jnana yoga. That is the action we are doing. But that is also interspersed with karma yoga or the pilgrimage, etc., etc. So, but let all this express in your life, because you are not doing it, someone else is expressing through you, and be the witness that you are the conscious self. Don't get affected or enchanted by what is going on. Chinmatraikara Vishnau Chinmatraikara Vishnau Brahmatmaikya Swarupake Brahmatmaikya Swarupake Brahma eva Jagadjatam Brahma eva Jagadjatam Rajva Swarpa Brahmo Yatha Rajvam Sarpa Brahmo Yatha Chinmatraikara Vishnau Brahmatmaikya Swarupake Brahma eva Jagadjatam Rajvam Sarpa Brahmo Yatha. As a snake seen on a rope is an illusion, so too the world is seen as an illusion on the pure consciousness, which is all pervading and of the nature of the identity between the individual self and the Brahman. So once upon a time there was a person going through the forest, and suddenly his foot fell on something, and that thing came up and hit him on the calf muscle, and he felt, oh my God, I've been bitten by a snake. And the moment he thought he is bitten by a snake, he started having all the symptoms of snake bite. Froth started coming in the mouth, he started losing, the legs started becoming blue-black, and he was slowly collapsing. At that time, one person was going. We'll call him Guru. And any person who wakes you up to your reality is the Guru. So he was passing by. He says, what happened? He says, I think the snake has bitten me and I'm dying. Please help. And he looked. He says, hey, Bekuf. There's no snake there. There's only rope. He said, no, you don't know. You are far away. Come, see, it has just bit me. I can see. My leg has gone blue-black. And you are saying that it is not a snake. He came, picked up the so-called snake. See, this is a rope. And the moment is if someone says, जब तुम्हारी गलती तुमको, all the symptoms are going on of a snake bite, and suddenly you realize, अरे ये क्या, ये तो snake था. In one moment, नहीं था. In one moment, all the snake bite symptoms becomes null and void. देखो, ऐसे अभी मैं पूना में था. When 2019. Have you heard of Mrinalini Joshi? Some of you in Pune, great saint. So she told me, go and meet this person. So this person was having cancer, and she was lying there in the bed in the hospital. Swami जाके उनको मिल के आओ. And she was lying there in the bed. And not Mrinalini Joshi, her friend. तो वहाँ पे गए, पर वहाँ पे जाके क्या करना है? नहीं, जब वहाँ पे गया तो शी वॉज ऑलरेडी वेल. मैंने कहा क्या हो गया? कहते नहीं स्वामी जी, yesterday night the doctors had given up and they were going to do the final operation. Whether I will survive or I will not, I don't know. But she's a devotee of our Swami Samartha, our Akkalkot Swami. And she's lying in the bed, all wires going through, hardly any consciousness, and she's looking and she's calling out Swami Samartha, Shri Swami Samartha, Shri Swami Samartha. And suddenly, in that half awake, half unconscious avastha, at the door, she sees, this is at night, in the morning the operation is going to be done. And she sees Swami Samartha enter, and he's standing there. And suddenly her hand goes up, she says, my hand goes up, and I am trying to call him. And he also, from there only, he lifted his hand. And I felt an electric current passing from his hand to my hand. And next morning, no cancer. The doctor said, what do we operate on? There is nothing there. Mind over matter, we are telling. So, this is what, if you believe there is a snake, there is a snake. If you believe there is a rope, there is a rope. If you believe I am the body and go through the birth, growth, disease, decay, death, that is exactly what you will go through. If you believe you are the consciousness, let the body go through what it has to go through. You are free. That is the point being made here. So, world is nothing but, similarly, just as that snake was an illusion, a projection by the person on the rope, similarly, this whole world is a projection on the consciousness that I am. Just like the waves and the ocean are a projection by man on the waters. For all experience sake, you are touching, tasting, smelling, feeling only water, but you are calling it ocean or a wave. But actually it is nothing but water. So similarly, the waking, dream and deep sleep, they are only projections on the consciousness. You are that consciousness. Don't succumb to it. Don't become enslaved by it and then suffer and complain. If you accept you are the consciousness, then where is the question of doing any sadhana? Sadhana only the individual does. Keep doing it, but at the same time, the way to get out of all this hard work that you are doing called as sadhana is accepting that you are the infinite one. That is your truth. All Mahatmas come into our life only to remind us that. All scriptures come into our life only to remind us of that. Jagat is a sense of otherness which is not real. The gross world becomes meaningful only when we have identified with the gross body. If there is no gross body, there is no gross world, meaning the waking world for you. If you identify with the body, immediately the waking world begins. So that Mahatma who is living in the waking world, you are saying he is a Mahatma. You are saying he is feeling hungry. You are saying he is also going to sleep. You are saying that he is having likes and dislikes. He prefers this person to be always with him. He doesn't prefer another person to be with him. You are putting all your judgments on him. But you ask him, zero. He is zero. प्रारब्धवश जो कुछ चल रहा है उसके शरीर के साथ वो चल रहा है. But Mahatma, from within, as he is absolutely one with himself. Zero value to what is going on outside. The gross world becomes meaningful when we are got with a gross body. Just like the illusion of the snake over the rope, on absolute reality, the sense of jiva is born because of the conditioning of the panchakosha. When we get identified with body, breath, mind, intellect, Anandmaya Kosh, then the jiva is born. Can you do anything about this jiva? Did you create this jiva? Did you create every jiva in the dream? they automatically popped up in the dream. They automatically popped up. No, it's a phenomena. Similarly, every moment, so many mosquitoes are coming, so many animals are being born, so many weeds are being born, so many plants are being born, so many human beings, 8 billion now, 9 billion. मल्टीप्लाई होते जा रहे हैं. कहाँ से हो रहे हैं? फिनोमिना. फिनोमिना है. Because of the conditioning with the panchakoshas. The sense of the world is born because of the importance given to the names and forms. So because we have given importance to the name and form, I am Swami Paramananda. Who is Paramananda? If I forget I am infinite bliss and I start saying, I am the son of my parents, I am born on this date, I am of so much age at this moment, I am going on a Kailash pilgrimage, I am the one who had this and this problem, I am the one who is having altitude symptoms right now. I have got identified with the body. And if person speaks, in spite of the pain, in spite of the body symptoms, if you keep saying, nahi, nahi, I am infinite bliss, no, I am infinite bliss, you will consider me as a mad fellow, isn't it? Bekoof hai. Ramana Maharishi was asked, he had cancer. You have heard of Ramana Maharishi? So he was asked, Swamiji, why don't you go to the doctor? So he says, you want to take me if you want to. But why don't you go by yourself to the doctor? So many doctors are there, you don't allow anyone to come and treat you, this, that, etc. etc. He says, I'll tell you a secret, come. I am cancer. Got it? I am not only health, I am also the disease. I am not only the sun, I am also the darkness. All opposites I am, because they appear out of me only. They are projected on me only. Once you have that, nothing to worry. In fact, Jiva Jagat Ishvara are superimposed on the one substratum which is absolute consciousness. That absolute consciousness I am. And on this consciousness, the Jeev, the Jagat and the Ishvara are superimposed or are projected. So which means I am greater than Ishvara. ये कड़वी घुट्टी पी सकते हो? अगर तुम बोलोगे, see, Ishvara knows that he is the Parabrahma Paramatma. Why? Because his Maya is under his control. The day we come to know that, we are also of the same nature. Because we are under the influence of our mind, because we are under the slavery of our mind, therefore we are having all the troubles. Come back to your original nature. Tarkikanam cha jiveshau. Tarkikanam cha jiveshau. Vacha vetau vidurbudhaha. Vacha vaitau vidurbudhaha. Vetau. Lakshyauscha Sankhya Yogabhyam. Lakshyauscha Sankhya Yogabhyam. Vedantairaikyatānayoho. The Jeev, the ego, the Ishvara, the God are understood in literal sense by. So there are different philosophies in our culture, in our Sanatan Dharma. there is the Vaisheshikas, there are the Nyayikas, there are the Sankhyas, there are the Bauddhas, and there are the Vedantis, and there is one more. I can't remember the name. So these are the different philosophies. What do Vaisheshikas believe? They believe that the whole world is, we are born, we have to come, we have to enjoy, and we will die. That's it, story over. Charvakas. So Vishya is real for them. Everything. This is real, what we are here, and there is no past, there is no future, there is no transmigration of the soul. Make merry and enjoy. Any way, which way you can. उसके लिए मारो, लूटो, अच्छा होता है अच्छा करो, बुरा होता है बुरा करो, पर अपने आप को खुश रखो. ये इनकी थिंकिंग है. फिर अभी न्यायिक का बताते हैं यहाँ पे, that they believe the position of the individual self, the world, and that of Ishvara. हाँ यहाँ पे okay. Nyayikas are the logicians. They use the logic. So they are only at the intellectual level. And what are they saying? Logicians take the superficial meaning of the words without going into the depths. For them, Jiva is controlled and Ishvara is the controller as they are conditioned by the upadhis. So these are the Nyayikas. कि भगवान सब कुछ करता है. भगवान इज एवरीथिंग. हम वी आर द कठपुतली. भगवान प्लीज़ हमारे ऊपर दया करना, प्लीज़ आपकी कटाक्ष नेत्र हमारे ऊपर लगे रहे, हमारे ऊपर कृपा करना. तो दिस इज द थॉट ऑफ द न्यायिकास. बट इट इज़ अ लिमिटेड थॉट. वेयर वी आर गोइंग टू, वी आर द एसेंशियल नेचर. तो वी शंकराचार्य रिफ्यूट्स दैट. कहता है ये सब बच्चों का खेल है. बट ही गिव्स यू लॉजिक. यहाँ पे इसमें लॉजिक में अभी भी नहीं जा रहा हूँ. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू गो इनटू दैट. ही रिफ्यूट्स दैट विद लॉजिक and proves that what conclusion you have come to, that Jiva is controlled by the Ishvara. It's, in other words, the ocean is controlling the waves. Can ocean say to any wave, now you don't, you go left, you go right, you don't come, you don't, now you be born? Ocean doesn't say that. This is stupid. So we refute that. Then next one. The Sankhyas get lost in condition of individuality and totality. Their attention is on the expression but not what is expressed. Nyayikas are focused on the form of individual and total, so they say we are governed by the total form. Sankhyas, their attention is on the consciousness. But again the problem here is they believe that the consciousness is one per form. So also many people who follow Patanjali Yoga Sutra, they also believe that he says it is one per, consciousness is one per form. We accept it till here, but Vedanta takes you even further. The entire logic of Sankhya philosophy is accepted by Vedanta, but it is developed further. Then here he has not told you about the nihilist philosophy, the Bauddha philosophy. Bauddha philosophy says that everything has come from nothing. And therefore, in nothing, because we are saying that when you come to the empty mind, when you come into the gap between the two thoughts, you are the conscious presence, you are the conscious silence. Bauddhas say that there is nothing between the two thoughts. There is absence. Their focus is on the negative. Our attention is on the positive. They say it is nothing. So when you start thinking in their philosophy that everything is born from nothing. See, they have taken only, they have come only up till the Maya. Maya is, another word for Maya is nothingness, unmanifest, avyakta. Avyakta means that which has not become vyakta, that which has not expressed yet. So they say everything is born from Avyakta. We also accept it, but we go beyond that. See? And therefore, that philosophy also we reject, the Bauddha philosophy, because it's only an offshoot from the Sanatana. The Jain philosophy believes that everything has come from the Anu. Anu means atom. Because atoms have come together, therefore a friction between the coming together of the two atoms brings about an expression of life in an object. We reject that also. We accept that we as the consciousness are the source of everything. In fact, there is, when we say source, then there is something else for which we are a source. From Vedanta point of view, you are all that there is. There's nothing else apart from the consciousness. So what about these all? They are just imaginations on that one consciousness. But the consciousness which is expressing through each one of you is the same. The mind which is functioning through each one of you is the same, appearing as separate. The water expressing through all the waves is the same, but all the waves are appearing separate from each other on account of their form. But essence is the same. So, this is what we come to. Thus, if one follows logic or Sankhya, will continue to suffer in this world. Unless, but what is our goal in life? To attain permanent, continuous happiness and bliss. If you follow Sankhya, you can only go into Nirvikalpa Samadhi. You can never attain Sahaja Samadhi. Sahaja Samadhi is 24/7 living in that bliss of self. That only Vedanta can present you. None of the other philosophies, whether it is Bauddha philosophy, Jain philosophy, कौन सा था और सांख्य फिलोसॉफी एंड कौन सा तुमने बोला था चारवाक philosophy, none of those and the Nyayikas, none of these can give you the can present you to yourself as the infinite permanent blissful being. None of them except Vedanta. And what is Vedanta? Upanishads. Where do you find Upanishads? In Vedas. What are Vedas? Karma Kand, Upasana Kand and Gyan Kand. So 70% of the Vedas are made up of Karma Kand. ये इस तरीके से तुम, if you do this particular kriya, you can make the rain come. If you do this particular puja, you can make the boy happen. You conceive a boy or a girl or twins, or health can be improved. There are so many mantras. If done perfectly, you can create anything in this creation. Like Vishwamitra created the parallel universe for Trishanku. Trishanku. So he could. You can also. But that is not the point. So when all those mantras are being performed, if your attention is on the conscious principle, from the Karma Kand, you will move on to the Sukta, the Rudram, the Narayana Suktam, the Purusha Suktam, the Durga Suktam, the Medha Suktam, so many Suktams are there, Narayana Upanishad, etc., etc. Then what happens when you are chanting them while doing the puja? Your mind becomes focused. And when you start inquiring, your attention is on the realization. So when you start thinking about these Suktams, Rudram, and you start, Arey yaar, everything is God, then what is this God? Rudram is that every aspect of the creation is nothing but Shiva. And then the Chamakam is, may I be that, may I get that, the Falashruti is that. But rather than get lost in it, if your thought comes, if Shiva is everything, then who is Shiva really? If he is expressing through as everything, but who is really Shiva? Then you come to the Upanishads. Who is really Narayana? Atyatishthad dashangulam. You read Narayana Suktam, you read Purusha Suktam, You read Durga Suktam, it takes you to the source. But we don't. We get lost in only in chanting because it gives you a temporary lull of your mind and you feel, oh, that was so divine. It is important, but we must study that Suktam, come to the source. And once you start putting attention, who is Narayana, who is Durga, who is the Shiva, then your interest in the Vedas start getting inculcated. They are also part of the Vedas. These Suktams are also part of the Vedas. But now your attention, and these Vedas, the Upanishads, they are hidden here and there in the Suktams. And once you come to them and you study these Upanishads under a teacher, suddenly, now before it was karma, people think Vedas are 70% karma kand, so Vedas are about karma. But then truth is always hidden. It will not, the gold, the diamond is always hidden in the coal. You have to search it out. So same way here in Vedas. So karma is only at the body level. Single pointedness is only at the mental level. And when you come to Vedanta, the Upanishads, you are transcending the body, breath, mind, intellect. It is at the intellectual level, but only at the intellectual level you study the Upanishads under a teacher in the proper manner to go beyond the intellect. And therefore the Upanishads are called as Vedanta, going beyond the words. Not knowing this, we get caught up. We become insistent that karma is the only way, bhakti is the only way, single pointedness is the only way, meditation is the only way, and forget you are the natural way. Always, ever and ever and ever. ये भूल जाते हैं. तो ये याद दिलाने के लिए, to remind us of this, is this journey. We'll conclude here for now. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnapaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.